Hey, so I just woke up. I am in my bathroom this morning, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a vlog about my new skincare routine. So basically, I've been using the acne-free sensitive for a long time. I've had a hard time finding it. I don't know if they're still making it, but it works. But I have to, use all 3 steps to get my skin as clear as possible. But the 3rd step tends to almost inflame my skin. So although it gets rid of the bumps, it still makes it red. So although it is working, it's not the perfect solution. So one of my lovely subscribers, Rebecca, told me about Prosacea, which is this cream. So I decided to take a new route with my skincare and try something else. I had been using the Cetaphil moisturizer because it's doesn't clog your pores and it's lightweight and it doesn't have any fragrance in it. So I've been using that, so I thought I would go ahead and just try their cleanser, see how I like that, see if it works well. And then after the cleanser, then I'm going to be trying, dun dun dun, this new cream that's called Prosacea, which is actually for rosacea. And I'm like, does not look familiar. Look at my face, look at the picture. Look at my face, look at the picture. Yeah, so it's supposed to control the redness, bumps, and dryness, which I think sounds amazing. Although Rebecca did say that it did make her skin dry, so I'm going to be putting on some moisturizer with that. So I'm going to test this out and kind of vlog along the experience and see if it makes a difference. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I went ahead and washed my face with face wash. And then I've got this out. This is the size of it. So it is 0.75 of an ounce. And you're just supposed to put a thin layer on your face. And the active ingredient, and this is actually sulfur, so it's a homeopathic gel. But it says on here, for the treatment of rosacea, redness, acne, and other eruptions of the skin. So it really pretty much summarizes all my issues. So I'm just going to squeeze a bit out here. Let's see how this goes. So I'll probably start putting it on morning and night, and then hopefully my face will get better and I only have to do it at night or something like that. So I'm gonna put this on, probably let it soak in. It seems like it's soaked in pretty well, actually pretty quick. It doesn't feel greasy on my skin or anything. So then I'll just follow up with my moisturizer. I'll check back in a couple of days and let you guys know how it's going. Hey, so it's the end of the 3rd day, and so I'm just kind of checking in on how my progress is going. So I haven't felt any extra dryness to my skin. It actually has felt fine, and I feel like when I've been wearing makeup, my face has looked pretty good and pretty smooth. As far as all these little red dots here, they're pretty much healing up. I do have a few couple left, but for the most part, they're mostly healing. I do feel like I have a tiny bit less redness right through here. Redness over my nose feels about the same. And I did have kind of a breakout right here. So, I mean, I'm still gonna keep trying it, see how it works so far. Obviously nothing's gonna be a miracle in 3 days. But I would hope that these are gonna stop happening and that the rest of them can just start to heal up. So, but I haven't noticed a ton of adverse things as far as dryness goes. And although I've had a couple of these little breakouts, I mean, I'm not having all of this breakout here. So, I mean, it could be worse. It definitely doesn't sting or anything on my face, which is nice. And it doesn't make my face swell up kind of like the acne-free spot treatment. That stuff takes them down so fast. But then it kind of makes my skin red and welty, like I said. So we'll just keep seeing how it's coming along, and I'll let you guys know. Hey guys, so it's the end of day 5. So most of my makeup is worn away, and I'm gonna just wash my face and let you guys see how it's looking. Okay, so I just took off my makeup. I haven't put any cream or lotion on my face, but as you can see, I really don't have any patches of dryness on my face, and it's actually looking a lot better. I do have right here, I have a little pimple or something. But I mean, overall, I feel like my cheek does look less red than it usually does. And this side is coming along. I mean, I still have all these little old marks that are starting to fade. I did have a couple right here that popped up yesterday, and one right there, so those are starting to heal up a little bit. So I hope that those are on their way out and they're not going to be doing much anything else. And on my forehead is pretty clear, and my chin isn't too bad. So overall, I mean, it's going pretty good. Hey guys, so today is actually a week since I started trying the Cetaphil and Prosacea routine. I feel like some parts are getting better, like now this is all kind of healing up, but I still have a little pimple right there, and like this is starting to break out a little bit more, so I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm gonna still keep trying it because I feel like it takes a while for your skin to get used to it. If I feel like after a week or another week or two that it's not giving me the results that I want, I may try to do the acne-free cleanser and skip the other steps and do the Prosacea and see how that works. I wanted to start out doing it very simply because I didn't want to overwhelm my skin and use too many products at once, so I'm starting with a very simple routine, and then I'm gonna like add a little bit more, and so I can find the perfect combination that gets rid of the acne and the rosacea. So I don't know if like it's controlling some of the rosacea bumps, but it's not getting the acne as much, and that's why my skin's hard, is because I have both. So maybe if I combine them, that will help a little bit better. So when I use the Prosacea alone, it does make my face feel just a little bit tight. I can see why people say it's a little drying. It doesn't give me like dry flakes, but it does make my skin feel a little tight to the touch and actually a little uncomfortable. So I do always use it with a moisturizer, and I would suggest to do that. So this has been my first week on my Prosacea experience. I do think, I mean, it has improved slightly, but I'll have to like go back and look and see how the change has been in my skin. And then we will continue on and see if I can find something ultimately to make my skin better. Hey guys, so it's been a couple weeks since I was using my Cetaphil and my Rosacea or Prosacea routine. And as you can see, it just really didn't deliver the results that I'm looking for. My face still was constantly kind of like breaking out here and there. I do feel like right here that my face would be less red when it didn't have a breakout, so I did feel like it did lessen the redness a little bit right there, but I was still getting constant breakouts, so the redness was coming from the pimples, so it really didn't make a huge difference. Hey guys, so I'm just going to interrupt here for a second. So I realized after I filmed this that it made it sound like the Prosacea was like making me break out, and that is not the case at all. I use this little Devil BB cream called Moist and Firm Brightening and Wrinkle Care from IPK Network. I got this in my Ipsy bag, and this thing was the freaking devil. Like, it made me break out so bad. Like, I thought, oh, I'm just at home. The color was horrible. I have a swatch on my Instagram if you're interested. It's Girl Behind the 209. I thought that I could make it work and try to mix it in with some other stuff, and it made my face break out so horrible. So that's the main reason why my face looks so horrible. I'm just saying that the Prosacea and the Cetaphil aren't enough to clear up what my skin is going through. So it's definitely not causing breakouts. It's just not doing enough to really clear up what's happening when I use stupid products, which I typically try not to do. But I mean, usually you think BB creams are pretty safe, but this one was the devil, so don't ever use it, okay? So if you have this, I mean, maybe it'll work for you, and that would be awesome if it did, but it didn't work for me. Anyway, so now I will go back and finish what I was saying. So I was thinking, okay, what if I'm using this with my acne free and then use that, maybe that would help with the acne and this would help with the redness. So I've only had this like half a tube, or not even, it's like a fourth left of one of these cleansers, and I've been out of the toner for a couple of months, and I have not been able to find it anywhere. Like I think I mentioned, I'd had a hard time finding it. Yeah, I went to 3 stores tonight and I could not find it anywhere, and I felt like if I get the toner, then my face would be getting back to normal, and I could really test out the Prosacea, see if it could help with an acne care regimen. Yeah, well, after going to 3 stores and looking online, I found out that it has been discontinued. So needless to say, I'm just really bummed out because the Cetaphil cleanser and stuff, this just isn't doing it for me. Like, I cannot just have, you know, this going on all the time. I mean, it covers up decently with makeup, but who wants to live their life with acne if you don't have to? So I'm on that search for something, again, that will help with my rosacea and my acne. So I have a client that sells Mary Kay, and she was telling me about their skincare, and she was telling me that they have a brand new system called Clear Proof, and it's like a 3 or 4 step system that's supposed to be good for sensitive skin, and it's supposed to be good for acne, and it also has salicylic acid in it, which is better, and my skin reacts better to it than the benzoyl peroxide. This right here has 1.5, and that has 2%, so it's a little stronger, but I don't think it's going to be so much that will completely ruin and dry out my skin. So I went ahead and jumped online and I just ordered that. So I am going to see how that is going to work. So this is kind of my first update for my clearing my rosacea acne journey part 55 billion, since I've been doing this forever. But now that I don't have acne free anymore, I need to find something new. And so once I get the clear proof, I will document how it's going and let you guys know if it works for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!